Hello everyone. So I usually don't do these videos. Could be considered a camera review, which it really isn't, because I'm just looking at these two cameras right now. 100S, 100 the second or two. I have looked at a lot of reviews. I've read all the reviews. I ended up getting the camera. I'm really happy with it. It's great. Little backstory to that. I got the Fuji 50R when it came out. One of the things I liked best about that camera was this tilt adapter that they brought back for this one. I love it. It reminds me of the old days of shooting medium format with the waist level finder and looking down into the camera. I just really love that. So I'm really happy that they brought that back, which there was one thing that I missed about this one. Obviously, it's a little simplified. It's actually a little smaller too. I usually use this with the little grip, which probably brings it about to the same height and size. So anyway, there's a lot of things that have been covered extremely well in comparing these two cameras. To just get this out of the way, in my opinion, the final output of both of these cameras is more or less identical. When I say more or less, it means that once I get the raw files into Capture One in my case, I am not able to tell which file is from which camera. The 80 ISO on this one, I don't know if it gives me more dynamic range. I'm not 100% sure. Speed overall on the second is definitely improved. Autofocus speed is improved. It's just a quicker camera, handles quicker. The EVF, once you compare them, through both of them, this EVF is better. The LCD, I believe, is better as well. I don't really use that much. If I put both of these cameras on a tripod and shoot a landscape, it'll be, there won't be much of a difference. If I'm running after people, it does become a challenge with this camera. It does. It's a 100 megapixel medium format camera, so I'm not sure how much of that is really fair to ask. This actually does handle that, so you can shoot fitness, you can shoot sports to a certain degree. There's some discussion about the 8 frames per second and the drop in pixel depth. I think that's a little bit silly because maybe Fuji wasn't upright about it, but if I shoot 8 frames a second at 100 megapixels, it's just, it works, the files are great, it's awesome. If I would compare that to a top-of-the-line Sony A system, I still think these files would be better. The Sony would shoot more, faster, with better autofocus. So again, it's two different cameras, two different systems. I don't think it really, this dropping down to whatever 12-bit at 8 frames a second is not an issue for me at all. It's just not a problem. I hadn't really looked into the video or motion aspects of the camera. I did shoot some motion with this camera. It was okay. Rolling shutter. It's okay. I haven't really gotten into this. I don't think anyone will really say, oh wow, I'm going to get a motion camera, I'm going to get the GFX 102. It does shoot everything. Like I said, the specs are out there. that's not what I really want to talk about. What I really want to talk about is because people ask me, what's the difference between these cameras? And I have to say that in terms of the people who buy either one of these cameras, I would assume that's why I bought them, is the ultimate image quality. And the image quality on both is more or less the same. It's fantastic. It's the best out there. So yeah, tilt adapter, speed. I do like the way they did the strap attachment on this one. I never really liked the things that dangle off here and clank around. I have the peak design system with that, but works great. Not my favorite. I do like these. The straps actually can be attached and taken off really fast. So that's one thing. The overall design is great. If I wouldn't see them next to each other, I would say they're very similar because they feel very similar in the hand. They're sitting next to each other. This is a little more like a gunmetal gray, I guess that would be. The top is a little tilted. It's nice. I feel like it's a little more modern, a little more Hasselblad, Leica maybe. I prefer the design of this one. Again, if I'm out there hiking, shooting, landscapes or interiors or architecture, and I'm just working, this will give me the same file. Shooting people, portraits, this will help a little bit outside, definitely on location. In studio, I'm not sure I would really see the difference in terms of autofocus speed. This never really gave me any trouble. I did, like I said, I came from the Fuji 50R, which was definitely slower than this one. I then actually switched to the Hasselblad, which was a different, totally. So that was interesting. The gimbal or camera read my hand gesture as to stop the recording, so I will be more careful with my hand gestures. Anyway, we're talking about speed, overall speed. Like I said, the Hasselblad was a completely different level, much slower than either one of these. I believe that the new 100 megapixel Hasselblad is supposed to be a little faster. Anyway, different story. I think for anyone, I used to have the Sony R2. I believe that the speed is, again, depending on lenses, probably very similar to that kind of overall speed, the autofocus and the probably camera too, but just much better files. So yeah, that is pretty much about it. I think that Fuji has done an amazing job. This is, if anyone would have told me about this camera 10 years ago, I would have laughed. It's really incredible. The fact that this one is now so affordable and actually cheaper than some of the newest bodies coming out, and the quality it shoots and how reliable it is again pretty unbelievable. So Fuji does keep updating firmware, they're really good about that. It does connect to my iPhone and everything, so I do use the little app as well. Works great. Yeah, that's about it. I hope that you guys got some information out of this. This will probably be my last camera review ever. And thanks for watching.